everybody. Welcome to the Joyful Findings Show this beautiful November 18th of 2022. It's so amazing to have each and every one of you joining me this evening in this beautiful energy and all the connections that we have to each other, because we've been feeling a lot of different things this week, my friends. Whether you've been feeling really good or you've been triggered by some of your lessons that you've had to be learning about yourself, there's a lot that's been going on to help clear that up so we can go into this next phase of our lives. Okay, so everything's happening just as it should. So know everything that also is happening in divine time. So whether you're tapping into what your knowledge is right now, what your soul is trying to tell you, it's all happening in divine time. Okay, because we all chose to be here in this land, in this time, and in this space to learn all that we are learning with each other. So yay. So I'm going to say hey to a couple of you guys that I see that you're out there. If you're watching, say hello. Hello in the chat box. Say hello. I see. It's so funny because I have a lot of R's out there. I have Ruth and Robert and Richard. Woo woo. And then Lanka and then Linnell. So we got R's and L's, and then Joyce is jumping in here. So we got some J happening. All right. Hello, Joyce. You guys are so awesome. There's always patterns and everything. So pay attention to what the patterns are that are showing up in your life. And they may be patterns that are showing up in other people's lives that you're paying attention to. And things may trigger that as well. And so might trigger something in you. You know, because we all have things about ourselves that we need to change to become more sovereign with, even in ourselves. Bring that self-love back to self, right? Because to be sovereign, you have to love yourself, correct? And you have to love everything about yourself. You have to honor yourself. You have to stand in your truth, because if you're still doing some of the same old, it's not going to help you move forward, okay? So pay attention to what's been going on in your life this week, my friends. And if any of you have any input of things that may have been happening in your life this week, drop it in that chat box, okay? And it's funny because as soon as the show started, there's somebody out there that has, you know, this is almost like our weekly chat thing, that someone has throat issues going on. All right, one of you all is not completely standing in your truth. Okay, and I feel like when I tap into it, okay, because I feel like this needs to be talked about, because I feel like it, not only that, but it has to do with your ears, okay? So maybe there's a lot of people out there feeling this right now. Makes me want to clear my throat. Okay, so I want you guys to feel into the throat energy, feel into your sinuses, because it feels like it's in the ears. It feels like it could be in the forehead, a little bit under the eyes. Let's clear all these tensions, right? It's all tension, whether we're clenching our teeth, whatever we might be doing within this region of our face. Okay. Ooh, and in that head area and in that neck area. Take a deep breath. Just allow the energy to flow. Don't allow any blockages. Okay. And it's so funny. I feel like my lights keep tripping out in the car. And I say the car. Am I in a car today? No. I'm sitting in my room. This is so weird. But anyways, you guys are feeling that energy. You're feeling that flow. So know that you're in divine space, right? Because you're getting closer and closer to your connection to God. You're getting closer to that connection to source. You're starting to put more and more and more and more of the dots together to make pieces of the puzzle that puts the bigger pieces of the puzzle together to show you the bigger perspective. Okay, because we're only shown like grains of sand, right? That's what we've been picking up, was all these little grains of sand, right? Sands of time. All right, so we've been picking up all these things, okay? So, and I'm dropping things. So we've been picking up all these, you know, beautiful sand, and we're putting it all together. We're building our beach. We're being creators now. So I want you guys to create that haven within your mind and body. Find that peace within. Know that we cannot change others. The only person that we can change is ourselves. Okay. And we have to desire that change within us to make it happen. Okay. Because we just can't change others. Okay. Just be aware of that. Linnell says, I swear my neck is trying to grow air bubbles. Popped crazy. All right. Good job. Ears and neck spot on. Yes. I've been feeling that. And it was so funny because I forget what I was doing yesterday. And all of a sudden, I think I saw something that I needed to share with someone. And it was so weird because all of a sudden there was like this. It was funny because I had just been talking to somebody about frequencies and vibrations. And all of a sudden there's like this hum that went on. And it was more in my right ear. And it felt like it flowed through, but it felt like it was everywhere. It didn't feel like I was the only one that felt something like that. Okay. But I felt like it might have triggered other people to do other things, possibly. But I felt like there was definitely this hum in the air, is the best way that I could describe it. But anyways, it did fade away. But I just want you guys to notice the differences that you might feel in your body, and it's funny. Anyways, it's funny. Life's funny because we can make it funny. So I want to thank you guys for being a part of this group, being a part of this earth. You don't get told that enough. I don't think you guys I don't feel like you guys feel like you've been appreciated enough. Okay, so that's a word of the week. I want you guys to feel appreciated. Okay. And it's funny because I say that to a lot of people now. It's like I say thank you and I'm like, I appreciate you. It's not just thank you anymore. It's like I appreciate you. This is something that I've been saying a lot. I say it's weird. But I'm just recognizing now that I've been doing this as a pattern lately. But saying that I appreciate you. So just know that I appreciate each and every one of you. Okay. Because next week, right? Next Thursday, our next Friday, there will be no show. Okay. We're taking a little holiday break to be with our families and friends. So I hope you guys have fun with your family and friends as well. And whatever it is that you in your heart's desire. Okay. But I want you to know, because it's about Thanksgiving, right? And Thanksgiving is also about thanks sharing. So I'll share that in a minute too, because there's this cool thing happening tomorrow night. So Thanksgiving is about, families coming together, whatever it might be, friends, families. I noticed there's lots of that happening this year. So if you're feeling left out, reach out to your friends and see how they're feeling. And also, Lenka, if you have no place to go on Thanksgiving, you're welcome to come over, my friend. So I want you guys to feel into all of that, okay? Feel into that Thanksgiving because I'm thankful for that. I haven't had a lot of chance to spend time with my family this year, so it'll be fun to spend some time with them on Thursday. I'll get to see my brothers and a cousin, so I'm going to be able to spend some time with my immediate family and that, and, get a little football in, so that'll be fun as well. You know what I mean? Excuse me. So it'll be a very interesting day, as it always is when family gets together. But I feel like this year we're going to be treating things a little differently. I feel like everybody's I feel like there's been enough of a shift that everyone's feeling a little bit different. Okay. I feel like everybody's feeling a little bit different. Okay. So what else do I want to share with that? Okay, so I want to share this before I totally forget through the show. Tomorrow night, we are having Goldylocks Productions is having a special, and it's called Thanks Sharing Event. Okay, and this show is not going to be about us giving messages and all of that. We're going to be talking about some of the things and the products that we love and small businesses, because this is about supporting our community. Okay, not only do we just do readings, some of us have other projects that we're involved with, or even people that are watching our shows that are involved with. So we're involving this community. Okay, and it's about building community. So it is about shopping from small businesses this year, right? Shop from the little small mom and pop stores rather than the big box stores. They've gotten our money for long enough. It's time for us to support each other. So if you have a gift idea in mind for a friend, a family member, see if you cannot buy that locally. Okay, I know we don't do that. We've been brought away from that a lot. But even if it's a mom and pop store that's got a online store, okay, that's just as well too. Okay, so don't leave anything out of the reach this year. So I don't know what that means for you, but that's the words I'm getting. So Lenka says, laugh out loud. I am so sorry for misspelling your name, Marsha. Oh, that's funny. You guys are misspelling names. It's okay. I think we understand. Beep, beep. Linnell says, and a new 3-month-old spirit joining our family. Oh, that's always fun. I love that. Beep, beep. All right. I'm glad you guys are getting together with your family. Beep, beep. That's awesome. Marcia says her grandson's coming in from Nashville. Perfect. Perfect. Awesome. So you guys are getting ready to spend some time with your families or do whatever it is that you're going to enjoy. And I want you to know that your ancestors before you are all joining you. Okay. Sometimes it doesn't feel like your mom or your dad might be on the other side but I want you to know that all the generations before you are seeing how you're playing out in this generation. Okay. They know where their faults were. They do because they've already gone to the other side. So they've gotten to be able to figure that out, right? They've been able to go through that life review and see how things really could have happened or whatever it might be. So I don't know where the hell I was going with that. But anyways, there we are with that. So if you guys, things are going to change as we move forward as well. Hello, Devin. Woo-hoo. I'm so glad you could be here. All right. I see new people are out here. We got Devin and Marsha. Anybody else? Sarah. What's happening, Sarah? All right, I think I've said hi to all these other ones that have said hello. So no matter if you're out there on YouTube, Rumble, or Facebook, if you're out there, say hello. And if you can't say hello, if you're watching from YouTube, please subscribe to the channel so you're able to leave a message in the chat because I'd love to know that you're out there. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. All right, last weekend, I wanted to join the spirit table and YouTube showed me only Sunday and Monday show. It took it as a sign I shouldn't join. Yeah, sometimes the universe just kind of like pops in and says, nope, that's not for your highest and best good and kind of leads us in a different direction. So if you've noticed that, you might be going along one path and then all of a sudden something diverts you from that path and leads you in a different way. Is not always a bad thing. Sometimes things are just, happening, that's just how things happen. They just happen that way. It's amazing stuff. This life is really amazing once we learn how to understand it. Hello, and you're welcome for the invite, my friend. All right. So you guys, I got a little automatic writing for you guys before we started the show this evening. It's pretty much just thank yous for being your amazing selves and pretty much touches on things that I already touch on. So again, everybody clearing their throat, standing in their truth, standing in their purpose, whatever that may be. No one outside of you is able to judge you because you are amazing just the way you are. And everything that you're learning about yourself so that you can unfold more because you've been locked up like a tight little box. So you guys are getting unlocked. Some keys. I think I called myself a master of keys the other day. What did I call myself a couple of shows ago? Man, I got to write this stuff down because I can't remember. Because I'll never remember what show I said that on. So, all right. Welcome, dear ones. We are excited to be with you this evening. Many changes are occurring in your world. Many things, and I mean many. You have all been aligned for this time. You chose this experience. And then there's a long flat line. God works in mysterious ways because they were not taught to you. You were taught the opposite. Your truth lies within. Your connection to your truth is so strong now. You are letting it guide you. Stay strong, children of God. You're shining brightly. Keep it up. You are loved. So each and every one of you are really starting to tap into your God connection, right? To your soul source. You're tapping into that bright light that you really are. Okay? Because we see ourselves as this physical vessel. Right? We see ourselves as this, it's just a physical vessel. I tell you, when we move down here to Earth, we kind of like look in this closet, right? We're like, oh, which body do I want to be this time? What experiences do I want to have? And you're like, Oh, I'll pick this one, and I always say it's like a little transformer. And I love that I hear some other people out in the world that actually kind of say this in the kind of the same way. But it's like, like when you're watching that movie and the transformer comes alive, it's like the soul gets put inside of it. And then all of a sudden it's able to manipulate its body. And that's kind of like with the same thing that happens with our human bodies, right? A soul decides to take presence in it. Okay, we decide to have that life within it when we're being born, or that we could go on in other ways, but I'm not even going to go down that avenue today. So when we are born, okay, so it's like you are choosing those experiences. You chose your parents for a reason. You chose who you were going to end up marrying. You chose who your friends were going to be. You choose who your children were going to be. You guys had all these conferences, had all this worked out on the other side. That's why we have those moments of deja vu. We're like, oh yeah, we've played this. And maybe we're still stuck in the same damn loop that we've been stuck in for a long time. And we keep rebirthing the same thing, right? But we are changing that now, because I think the consciousness here on Earth has finally woken up enough together, right, to break up out of that programming of not being able to be our true selves. Okay. And thank you, Linnell. You'll be my first message when I get over to messages, honey. Thank you for that super sticker. But I feel like we have finally busted through a lot of the programming that was in place even before many of us have been alive on this earth. Okay. Because we chose to come in with a different frequency, maybe a different lifestyle, so that we could all be, what word is exactly am I looking for? Well, anyways, some of us are hidden until it is time for us to truly shine. Okay. And I think we're getting to that point now where a lot of us that have been like really, let down in so many different ways, it's really time for us to stand up and shine now. Okay. So I don't know what that means for each and every one of you, but I want you to know that I'm proud of everything that you've gone through to get you to this point. So, yay. Hey, Samir. Glad you can make it as well. Anybody else out there that's new, say hey in the chat. Say hey, hey, hey. How's it going? All right. So what else do they want me to share with you all this evening? Because the energy is so kind of like soft and fluffy right now. Are you guys feeling that soft and fluffiness? Except I keep going back to the throat. So I don't know who, somebody out there is watching and having this issue this evening. I don't know why, but you are. Oh, thank you. Barbara says, and we are proud of you too, Melissa. Thank you, Barbara. That means a lot. Barbara's known me since I started doing this professionally. So I take that as a major compliment. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Because you guys, I used to just dabble with this stuff on the weekends, or in my spare time. But then when God had decided that this is what I was supposed to be doing full time, he made me fully aware of it. Okay. And I feel like I want to share this story because I feel like there's some of you out there that are going to be coming to an abrupt change like this in your life of some way, shape, form, or another. Okay. So it was like, I was a personal assistant. I was doing a lot of I prefer to be self-employed. Okay. No matter what I do, I prefer to be self-employed because I do not work well with corporations. It just doesn't, the energy doesn't feel right. Right. So I was a personal assistant at this time for this lady. Okay. And I was working every day for her and doing so much for her. And it was so funny because every day that I would go into the complex, right, I would see this car and a license plate that would pump like, whoa, throw itself at me, and it would be 555, right? And then I'd be like, oh, there's a change coming. I wonder what this is. And then I would see it every day for like 2 weeks. And I'm like, oh my God, this is really building, whatever this is. You know what I'm saying? So finally, the lady ended up firing me because I was pregnant and I wouldn't be able to service her as much, even though I was only like 3 months pregnant at the time. But anyways, it didn't matter. The universe says you need to just trust yourself and go from here. Okay. So that's what I did. I trusted the universe, God, right? Because God is the whole universe and everything that's in it. So I trusted and had faith. And he led me down this path of me being able to trust myself to do this more and to step out of my own way. So I just want you guys to be aware. Sometimes change could be very shocking, but then also very freeing at the same time, because now I'm able to create my own schedule. I'm able to so I'm really a stay-at-home mom that has my own business. Okay, so really you guys can all do that. So I'm able to take care of my kids during the day and take care of everything. So the universe, that's what I desired when I was little. So it's very interesting how that all works out. So amazing, amazing, amazing. All right, so let's see. No, you're amazing. All right, yes, and guys, definitely check out my shop over on Spreadshop or Spreadshirt. I've made a few designs over there through the years. So if you feel like something, and I started making them in like 2020. So whatever brought me to want to design things and throw it out there to the people, it's out there as well. And also, since we're throwing out small businesses, we might as well throw this one out too. Yeah, if you guys want to Venmo me. Can you also share my Labri page? If you guys are looking for beauty products or anything like that, moisturizers, this beautiful little lipstick I got on, you guys check out labri.com/Melissa. I am Melissa Parks. So you guys can check out that out. See, there it is right there. Goldylocks Production rocks to be able to get that information out there. Yes, and any of you guys are tipping or donating this evening, much appreciated, and thank you very much. You guys can do that through Super Chats right here on YouTube. You guys can do that on Rumble Rants. You guys can also use my Venmo at Melissa-Parks-37. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Much appreciated, you guys. Spreading the wealth around. Woohoo! Spreading that energy around, my loves. Okay. So I want you guys, so those are my 3 things that I have going on right now, besides my own services of being able to give you readings, my shows, fun stuff like that. So definitely check out the Thanks Sharing show tomorrow night. That's going to be a lot of fun on Goldylocks Productions. Okay. So you guys, there's a lot going on. We're trying to mix things up. We're trying to be more community based here. And I think we're doing a great job because we're all doing it together. Okay. We're doing this together. We're all working together in one way, shape, form, or another. Whether you're being called to go across country in your car, whether you're being called to go up to the convenience store at 3:00 in the morning, it doesn't matter. There's a reason why your energy is being called exactly where it needs to be called to. So I just want you guys to know that you don't always know what your energy is doing, but it's always doing something beyond what your human being can comprehend. Okay? Okay. Whew, you guys are making me drink a lot of water this evening. Another thing, you guys, stay hydrated out there, okay? I want you guys to truly make sure you're getting enough fluids in your body, enough water, because we're getting into the winter season here. So I want you guys to stay on top of your immune system. Your body's talking to you, so listen to it. And sometimes it's just telling you that you need to rest, okay? So pay attention when your body's starting to talk to you guys, okay? All right. So I'm going to jump into a few messages here before we get to a word from my sponsor. So we have Linnell and we have Sam. All right. Let's see what we get for Linnell this evening. Linnell, I haven't read for you in a while, dear. Let's see. Oh, we got another one coming. Linnell. Let's see. Linnell, you keep on trucking. What are you trucking? Okay, because I'm getting that you're trucking something, and I feel like you're actually physically on a truck too. So I'm getting 3 arrows full of steam ahead. Okay, so trucking. So keep going. This is very important for you as you move forward. Linnell, you're starting to stand more in your power and understand more of what you're understanding, if that makes sense. But there's also you're going to have more joy through the holidays. There's going to be more joy for you through the holidays. So Tap into the joy. Tap into the joy. And don't let things get you down. I'm going to leave that with you, Linnell. You guys, it's hot in here now. Woo, might have to go turn the air down when it's break time. All right, and then it was Samir, and then I have Barbara over on Venmo. Thank you, Barbara. Barbara. All right, Samir. Samir. All right, Samir, you got a lot of stuff going on, my friend. So, Samir, what I'm getting for you is there's some kind of change coming up for you, but don't worry about this. This is something that you've been calling into your life. This is something you've been calling. This is something you've been praying about. And I feel like you're getting a lot of assistance from the other side right now with I feel like decisions. I feel like there's some decisions. I don't know. Do you want to retire? Are you old enough to retire? I feel like you want to retire. I feel like you want to do something different. I feel like there's something different coming for you. And I want you to know that you're being supported through that. Okay. You're going to be completely supported through this change that's coming for you because it's something that you've been praying about and something that your family has also been praying about. So I'm going to leave that with you, Samir. Just know that it's all going to be all right. It's all going to be all right. Having one of them hot flashes, you guys. Woo, baby. All right, let's see. It's 8:27. This is a great time to have a word from my sponsor. And then when I come back, I will definitely give my first messages to Barbara. So you guys definitely check out Feng Shui My Space. If you guys want to switch up the energy in your house, I want you to know that Marsha is the one to reach out to. So here it is. Check it out, guys. All right, you guys, definitely check out Feng Shui My Space. Marsha is amazing. And if you guys want to buy property here in Sarasota, definitely check her out to be your realtor. Or if you already own a property and you want to sell it, check it out for that too. All right, you guys. Woo! Yay. Thank you. Woo. That was awesome. I really dig that tune that happens while we do that too. Do, do, do. All right, let's make sure. Just Barbara so far. Yes, Barbara. Barbara, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Let's see what's shaking in Barbara's world. Oh my. Okay, Barbara. You got a lot of new energy going on around you right now. And this is not a bad thing. And I feel like you're traveling. I don't know if you're going there for Thanksgiving or for Christmas, but I feel like you're traveling. And this is going to be very good. It's going to be very balanced. I feel like you're going to be able to see all your children. There's going to be something about a gathering of some sort. So this is kind of fun. And also I'm getting like this Grace. And I know that's your granddaughter's name, but I just saw Goose, and Goose is also about grace. So I feel like it's not just about your granddaughter, but it's funny that Grace came up, right? So I feel like something is going to be very graceful. Okay, so that's the word that I'm getting for you right now is graceful. So that's the big word they're giving for me. And also your automatic writing, you should be practicing that on a daily basis with your coffee in the morning. So they want you to tap into that because I feel like you're getting a lot of helpful messages for yourself and for others, but you have to be able to tap into those for yourself. So they're saying like, listen. I can almost hear you saying that too. I'm listening. Um, but I feel like there's a lot more information that's starting to flow to you right now. And also flowers. I feel like there's someone that's giving you flowers. So either someone in your life is giving you flowers, or there's going to be more flowers in your life, because that just shows me there's going to be this newness that's happening for you. So it's going to be beautiful. So I'm going to leave that with you, Marsha. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you for the tips and donations. I totally appreciate them. Totally do it. One of y'all just helped me. So let's see what else I get for y'all. So I see some of y'all are posting out there that you guys want messages. I love that. Beep, beep. Spell check. Thanks again. Yeah, spell check is that crazy stuff. Samir says, I want to retire, but not financially there anytime now. Right. Well, here's the thing. So let's just think about this for a minute, Samir. Okay. Because if we don't believe that we are financially secure, then we're not going to be. So see yourself getting to that space, right? See yourself in abundance. See yourself being able to retire, because I don't feel like it's far off. So I feel like there's either something that's going to change for you or something like that. So just feel into that, my friend. All right, let me scroll back here because I missed some of you guys. All right, Joyce says, I would love a message. Sure, Joyce. Let's see what's shaking in your world. I'm going to write your name over here on this side of the page. All right, Joyce. Interesting. I love when I write this stuff and I never know what it means, and then I'm able to decipher it and it makes sense. Okay, so Joyce, you've been doing a lot of stuff lately, because I feel like you've been zigzagging around. Zip, 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 zip. And this all equals into something, right? Because I feel like there's something that's been coming. Okay, there's also something in twos. Okay, twos and twos and twos. So I don't know if twos have been popping up for you. We are still in 2022. But I feel like there's a lot of twos. And I feel like there's 3 things that you have coming, that you have decisions that you have to make about. So they could be about traveling. I feel like they're about the holidays. I feel like they're about gift giving. I feel like they're all that stuff. So they want you to tap in within and do what feels absolutely perfect to you. So if it says you go, all right, I'm going to do such and such, and it brings about this a massive amount of joy inside of you, they want you to tap in and to listen to that. Okay. They totally want you to tap in and listen to that. So I'm going to leave that with you, Joyce. So pay attention, tap in. They're wanting you to use your intuition. So I'll leave that with you. Yay. All right, let's see who else. I know. Oh, Richard wants a message. Sure, Richard. And Barbara says, thank you so much. Grace is a great feeling and word. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Woohoo. All right, Richard Riddle. All right, so Richard, you have a lot going on around you as well. You still are getting ready to take a step forward, but there's still something that's holding you back a little bit. So it's like if you were trying to, let's say, okay, say, all right, this is what I'm seeing. Okay, so say you were stuck in the mud, right? And you were able to get one of your feet up onto dry land, okay? But there's still one foot being dragged behind you, okay? There's something that you're still not letting go of. It's allowing you to stay stuck. So whatever that is, a thought, a feeling, an emotion, I feel like it's earthbound, whatever it is. It's not spirit bound at all. It's definitely some kind of earth pattern of some sort. It could be from your childhood. It doesn't matter where it comes from. You just have to recognize it so it can be free. It needs to be released so it can be freed. So you can be free. Okay. And I feel like there's like 1, 2, 3, 4. There, you got at least 5 people around you, and you're getting ready to make some zigzags too. So I think everyone's like ready to go zippity doo dah, zippity day. I think everyone's going to be on their way. So just know that that's coming for you, Richard. So I'm going to leave that with you. I cracked myself up. Okay. It happens, you guys. You're welcome, Samir. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. So what else do you guys got out here? Let's see. All right. All right. You're welcome, Joyce. So appreciated. You're welcome. That's the word of the day. You guys are all appreciated today. Today. All right. I don't see any other new messages out there. So that must mean you guys want me to talk to y'all tonight. Let's see what else Spirit is bringing through for us. There's a lot of interesting things that I've learned this week about even myself, which is always fun. All right, Ruth, when I get ready to give messages again, I'll start at your name. So how do I want to tell this story of what happened this week? Because it's a few different scenarios that kind of combine into one. Because you know how everything kind of like blends together and they all kind of like have certain aspects of each other that are very similar. So where do I start with this? I know I'm probably confusing you guys, but that's all right. It's okay. Okay, so where do I want to go with this story? Okay, so I have a client friend who reached out to me a week or so ago and told me that I was reflective and that sometimes that they would get very mad at me when I would kind of like put a light on whatever it is that I could see that would kind of like what they need to look at so that they can free themselves, right? So I've never been looked at as a reflector. I never wanted to reflect anything back on anybody. Okay. I wanted to be, I'm not even sure, but sometimes we just do that, right? And we have experiences that kind of do that, right? So it was a very interesting conversation. She thanked me because now she's passed all her, garbage and now she's moving along with her life. So if she's out there listening, she may very well know that I love you dearly. And it was very funny, that someone would be cursing me out when it's really they themselves they needed to be cursing out. Because I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I'm just the messenger. I'm just the messenger. I didn't do any of this stuff unless it involves me. Right. And so then earlier this week, I had another experience with someone in my life, and being as in tune as I am, I know patterns. So I read everything. I'm almost hyper vigilant about observation. Okay. And I've always been this way all my life. Okay. And so I pay attention to patterns. I pay attention to people. I know the energy when I'm being deceived, right? Especially if I know you pretty well, right? You could be someone off the street and I won't tap in because that's not my place. But if you're in my space, you're in my zone, you're in my life. So I had this person and downright lie to me. And I had let it get away with them for a while until I caught him in the lie. And then I was like, I was mad. I was very upset with this person because I was like, we're supposed to be past this where God is telling us we're not supposed to. I feel like I want to turn into an Irish person. I don't know where that came from. But we're not supposed to lie, right? We're supposed to be standing in our truth. We're supposed to be living through whatever it is that may trigger us, and then I get the message, from this person because I triggered them to feel guilt and shame. And I was like, I didn't make you feel that way. I was like, I reacted to what you said to me and lied to me. And I'm not just gonna, before when I was younger, I would always swallow this stuff and I wouldn't let it, bother me or whatever. But now I'm just calling people out when it happens, So and I don't mean to be abrupt about it, but sometimes people need that to happen. Sometimes it has to come out that way. But I'm polite about it. But anyways, I did not make that person feel that way. They felt that way because I called them out about their pattern. So they felt that about what I mentioned about the pattern. And it was about lying and whatever pattern they're trying to break or say they want to break and then saying they wanted to break for a really long time. So I can no longer enable someone that's going to keep kidding themselves into the same pattern. Okay. Because I'm going to call you out. Okay. And I'm going to do it in a nice way. And I don't want to be lied to. Okay. I don't want to be deceived anymore. I've been the deceiver and the one that's been deceived before. I've played both sides of this coin. Okay. And now I plan to spend the rest of my life on the side of truth. Okay. Whether it's pleasant or not, because sometimes I haven't always been the nicest person. Right. And I've had to reinvent myself, so to speak, so that I could be the beautiful person that I do truly want to be. Okay. And I feel like there's a lot of you out there that feel exactly the same way about these things as I do, right? So when you guys are getting more intuitive and you know someone's lying to you, right? You have to just like feel into that, right? You have to call them out, because it's like when you know, you know. And this lets everybody know I know. I know a lot. And I know a lot more than I know, which freaks me out sometimes, because I'm like, how do I even know that? I don't even know anything about that subject, but I know that. You know what I mean? But there it is. There it is. All right. Marcia said I had to reboot my computer. Well, there you go. Devin says, if there is time, I would love a message. Sure. I'll get to you soon too, Devin. Ruth says, hello, Kim. Oh, Kim must be in the house now. I'm working my way back up here. Hello, Kim. So glad you could be here as well. We're changing up that energy together, my friends. We're changing it up. All right. Now I said I would go to Ruth after all of that, whatever I just said, because I always forget everything that I say, which is so funny and not funny at the same time. I can remember blippets, sometimes blippets. That's how you know when you're all channeling this information. So my higher self is giving you this information. It's not so much Melissa as the human that she is. It's higher intuition. Does that make sense? Hope that makes sense for you guys out there. But anyways, Ruth, because our human mind can only comprehend so much. We have to work beyond that. So Ruth, woo, speaking of that, you do the same thing. Ruth has been getting crazy messages. Woo-hoo. Not crazy. Actually, I'm getting their very good messages, Ruth. So I'm getting that you're getting a lot of good messages. I feel like there's a new flow that's coming for you as well. Oh, it's like you're being caught in a basket. Oh, how cute is that? So it's like you're being all tucked in, and I feel like Christmas is going to be a lot of fun. Oh my God, you have a lot of stuff going on. I could probably read this 100 different ways. But you do have a lot of new things that are coming for you. There's going to be a lot of abundance that's coming for you. And it's all coming together. It's all coming together for you, Ruth. It's all starting to make a lot more sense. Things are going to be more fluid. I feel like there's going to be like some kind of vacation or something coming up for you. If not, you need to at least plan yourself a long weekend where you just can re-energize and recoup by yourself. Girls' weekend or something. I don't know. I feel like there's some kind of like something like that going on. So I'm going to leave that with you, Ruth. I hope you enjoy that, my friend. All right, Devin, I haven't given you a message in a little while. Let's see what's shaking in Devin's world. Devin, is it snowing in your world? Devin Top. All right, so Devin, I'm getting a lot of music around you. Okay, I'm getting to hear the lyrics, listen to the music. Okay, because I feel like there's this message in there for you. And I feel like these are musical notes that I just drew, if you could see them. But you would think it was just a scribble. But there's like 1, 2, 3, and I guess that's a high note. So 3 and a high note. So they're saying that the music is coming to you and giving you different information. And they also want to validate that you're on the right track in where you're going in the decisions that you're making. Okay. It's about you finding your joy and being in your true happiness. Okay. And you can't wait around for anyone else to find their happiness before you can create your happiness. It's about you being the happy Devin that you need to be. Okay. And I feel like through the winter, I feel like through the winter, you have these new ideas that are coming. Okay, you have these new ideas. I don't know if you want to have new structures on the farm or do something new, but I feel like there's going to be some newness that you're going to be adding to the farm. Okay, and I don't always think that it's going to be like another animal, even though I feel like you're still having little babies there and all, but I feel like there's going to be something new that you're birthing there. So I'm going to leave that with you, Devin. Thank you. Thank you for being here, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, you guys remember to drink that water. All right, so 8:46. If you guys are out there and you guys are looking to have any kind of message this evening, just tap in and say, hello, I would love to have a message. And I want to thank you guys for those tips and those donations this evening. Much, 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 much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you for your generosity, my friends. So let's see what else they would like. Thank you very much. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Ruth says, yes, Melissa, my information has been flowing in a lot faster. A lot going on. Yay. Abundance is very welcome. Thank you. You're very welcome. Devin says, thank you very much. All right. Kim and Sarah want a message. Well, all right. Let's do Kim. Kim. Kim, you're moving places too. You're doing something. You're doing something around family, around community. You're trying to start something new. I feel like you're trying to combine some different things. I feel like you have a lot going on that you're trying to like manipulate into things. Okay. So either you're getting, oh, look at you, you're 222. Thank you, Kim. And good thing you checked for that decimal point, girl. Okay. So, there's a lot of things that you're doing around community right now. Okay. There's a lot of different things that you're doing around in that community. So I don't know what community in you're right now. I feel like you're moving around again. I don't feel like you found your spot yet. I feel like you're on the go. So I don't know if you're out traveling in your RV or whatever you're doing right now, but you're definitely doing something where you're not sitting still. Okay. You're definitely maneuvering around. So they just want you to enjoy that as you move forward. So keep going, Kim. Keep going. Keep going. Find your joy. Find your joy. All right, Super Space Kitty. Let's see what's shaking in Sarah's world. Woo, Sarah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8. Okay, so there's a lot of things going on for you. There's a lot of things that you need to create. Okay. So you have to remember that through your creation, through your thoughts, your patterns, and what it is that you desire to be your happy place has to be in fluid with much more. It has to all be in line, okay, with what you're trying to create. Because I feel like you're trying to create kind of like all over the place. I feel like you're a little scattered right now. And it may make you extra emotional too. I feel like you're extra emotional. And that's okay because you have to let all the tears out so that you can let it all go so that you can move into this next place that you need to be in. But it's about you and what you're creating. What is it that you truly want to create? And it's like, I'll use like the vision of like, say I'm looking at I want a house with the white picket fence and, you want the everyday, the family, blah, 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 whatever it is that you're trying to create. Then you have to focus on what falls in line with that creation. Okay. They're just showing me that you're going to create it outside the box when you start to trust yourself with these creations. Okay. So think outside the box, Sarah, and create with joy and love. That's what they really want you to do. Create with joy and love. Okay? You've got this. You've got this, my friend. All righty. Let's see. What else do they want me to share with you guys? We have about 10 minutes left. So if any of you are out there are feeling anything that you feel like you need to share. Oh, Lenka, look at you going for the $11. Look at you go. You're the best, Lenka. I love you, Lenka. All right, Lenka's next because she's tipping me. All right, Lenka. Oh, woo. Huh, that's so funny. So, Lenka, good for you getting out there and seeing that rocket take off the other day, dear. Next time, tell me you're going over there. We talk about going over there all the time. But anyways, I feel like for you, there's been a lot of change since you were on your vacation and you came back. I feel like there's like these little legs, and I feel like there's like this running around going. I feel like there's this running going on. And it's so funny because I feel like you're running in this bubble. Okay, so I know that you're being protected, right? But I also feel like you're going to have this lift off as well, because I feel like there's this like, woo, there's some kind of new excitement that's coming into your life, dear. It's something you're allowing. It's something that you're creating. It's something that, I keep seeing this little guy. It's like like how those people always take that picture and they're always like they're jumping up and they're like kicking their heels together so they're not touching the ground. This is what it reminds me of. So there's some kind of celebration coming for you, Lenka. There's a lot of exciting things that are going to be moving forward for you very soon. And I feel like some of them are revolved around your personal life. And I feel like some of them are revolved around your work life, because I feel like they're finally kicking some of the dead weight to the curb and stepping it up. So don't be surprised if you don't get offered like some kind of promotion. Maybe you are some kind of supervisor. Would you want that? I don't know. Do you want to be a supervisor? You'd be a really good supervisor. My mail would never get lost again. But anyways, I'm going to leave that with you, girl. There's changes coming for work. There's changes coming in your personal life, but they're all good because you're jumping for joy. Boop, boop. All right, you amazing souls out there. Sarah says, yes, very emotional and lots of tears. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hi, Maya. Beep, beep. How you doing today? All right, let's see. What else do they want me to share with you, Elenka? And also about something about your experience, because they're showing me wherever you were, even though you couldn't get the best pictures for the liftoff and all that stuff, the experience, the being able to visually experience it, because I feel like there's like this joy that's going on there right there. So that's kind of cool. So I'm feeling that for you. I'm feeling that joy for you. So you guys, okay, so we should probably talk about this for a minute. So you we'll talk about it again, that there is no show for me next Friday night. I will not see you again until December. Okay, I will see you whatever that first, I don't have my calendar right in front of me. So whatever that December is, because I don't think I'll have one in November. I don't think I make it that far. Do I make it that far? Oh, see, I was right. December 2nd. Thank you, Tiffany. This is why she's the best. So I will be back December 2nd. Holy cow. This year went by so fast. You guys have experienced so much, learned so much, let go of so much. Oh my. December's going to go fast. And think about it. I think I only have 3 shows in December, because we're going to take the rest of the year off towards the end there when it gets towards Christmas. So you guys, there's only going to be 3 shows for me in next month. So tap into that too. Woo! You guys will have to tap into the replays. So if you guys have any questions, I'm looking for questions. What have you been thinking about lately? What's been reoccurring in your mind as a pattern? What are those things? And then don't forget, tomorrow night, Goldylocks Productions is putting on Thanks Sharings. Woohoo! The event. Instead of Thanksgiving, we're thanks sharing. We're sharing our stuff for you guys to be able to share with your peoples. It'll be a lot of fun. You guys tune into that tomorrow night as well. That should be a lot of fun. It'll be sparkly fun because it's holidays, right? We're getting into the holiday spirit. Things become more sparkly, right? But you have to do this out of joy, right? Do these things out of joy. And I want you guys to rethink about the patterns that you've used in the years prior and how you will use those patterns to create new patterns to bring more joy into your life as we move forward, because everything's a pattern. Okay, guys? Everything's a pattern. You get up, go to work, kids go to school, get up, go to, everything's a pattern. You go, you do your grocery shopping on the weekend, everything's a pattern. Pay attention to what your patterns are. The people you hang out with are patterns. The jobs that you keep getting are patterns. Everything that we do is patterns, believe it or not. And patterns always go kind of teach us things, right? It's just like, if kids were doing they're showing me like the math questions, right? So I don't know where I wanted to go with that, but add them up, my friends. All right. Maya says, will you answer a relationship question? Sure. What's your relationship question? Lanka says, thank you very much. Sorry, sweets. There is not enough money in the world for me to join management on current employer. Lots of structure changes at work. Good. Well, maybe if you were part of those structure changes, that would be a good thing, Lanka, because then you could help structure it so it's strong and it's good and it's efficient. Kim says, been traveling around past 3 days, found the Fountain of Youth near Salton Sea, Elton John last night in LA, and Joshua Tree today. Boy, you have been traveling around, girl. So, Maya, do you have a specific relationship question, or is it just a general relationship question? I know there's at least a 10-second lag time in if you guys answer me and me being able to see it at least. So, because if it's specific, I would like to answer it. If not, I'll just give you something general. We'll see what happens, because I can make anything happen. Let's see what else I got going on here. Can't touch my screen right now. Woo-hoo! All right, let's see what else you guys got going on for me. Anybody else? All right, so Maya, I'll just do a general one then for you. Lanka says it would literally suck the living life out of me, not willing to do it. All right. Well, then we need to make sure that you get more paid for being the delivery lady, okay? We'll make sure you get, like, promotions that way. Like, truck driver of the year. Like, I think you should get like the new air-conditioned truck first. That's what I really believe. I feel like we should have a little lottery and Lanka wins the first air-conditioned mail truck. Everybody put that vibration out there, okay? All right, Maya, I'm just going to do general for you, and then we'll tap out of here today. So Maya wants to know about relationships. All right, so Maya, I feel like right now, if you're in a relationship, there needs to be better communication. Okay, I feel like if you guys can get over each other, because I feel like egos are involved, I feel like you have to get past that, and then there can be balance. Okay, but the communication, it has to be looked at, and it has to be done differently. You have to stop reacting. They have to stop reacting, and people have to take responsibility for what they're thinking and the feeling. And I feel like it'll all work out for itself. So just go with the flow with that, Maya. Okay. Thank you. You guys, November has been super duper quick with you guys. It's been super quick. I mean, look how fast it came through. Like, bam, it's gone. And then I'll be seeing you guys in December when we finish out the rest of this year and we get ready to move into a magical year, right? A 7-year. Isn't that a spiritual year? So we're almost there, my friends. We're almost there. All the changes and everything that's happening right now, each and every one of you are a part of these beautiful changes. Please honor yourself. Please love yourself. Love your neighbor just as much as yourself. If we could just love everybody and know that everybody's going through something we don't understand, we can see them without judgment. Okay, we can see them with love in our minds and our hearts. Okay, we can do this. My friends, my loves out there in joyful findings land. You guys have an amazing 2 weeks. You guys have an amazing Thanksgiving, whatever it is you decide to do with your families and your friends, and just be the best you that you can be today and spread love from here to there and everywhere. Love you guys. Have a great day, night, whatever.
Become a Goldylocks Productions VIP. Join our circle of VIPs and receive exclusive access to live stream specials and other epic perks. You can join the Goldylocks Productions VIP communities either through Patreon or the YouTube community. Join today.